everybody, welcome to Simply Living Tiny. My name is Brenda and I live in a tiny house with my little dog Buddy, and each and every week we share our adventures here at the tiny house on YouTube. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been watching the videos, thank you so much and welcome back. So I hope that you all are doing well. I know I didn't put a video out last week, and last week was Mother's Day, and I hope that all the mothers out there had a very wonderful Mother's Day, and I had a great Mother's Day too. And thank you for all of you who wished me a happy Mother's Day. And we've been getting a whole lot of storms, and I'll throw some video footage in here. I caught a couple of the storms that we had on video. On May the 16th, last Friday, a whole lot of big storms had come through. We got several last Friday, and we had hail like on 3 separate occasions. We're all fine. Everybody's okay. But in Kentucky, there was a whole lot of devastation from tornadoes, and my brother happened to be in Somerset, Kentucky, and caught a tornado on video. And so I'll see if I can put that video so you can see what he caught with his, he recorded it on his cell phone, so you can see that. I wanted to hop on here for a minute because I noticed whenever I was editing the video that the video that my brother took of the tornado that was in Somerset, Kentucky, he did a Facebook Live when he did that video, and so I don't think that it saved like in his photo album. And so I had to do a screen recording of what he posted on Facebook. And whenever I did that, it didn't record the sound. And I also slowed down some of the footage so you could see the tornado a lot better, because the whole town had lost electricity. It was very, very dark, and the only time that you could see it was when there was like flashes of lightning. So I slowed down the video footage so you'll be able to see it better. And I zoomed in on some of the footage too. So I'll let you get back to the video. And I hope that everyone is okay if you happen to be in the path of all the storms last week. And we actually had some storms this week. See, today's Thursday. I believe it was Tuesday we had more storms. It's just been crazy with all of the storms we've had this spring. Usually typical weather for our area, maybe a couple of times, usually at least once in the spring, sometimes, 2 times. But it's just like almost every week and a half, we get like really major storms, and with the threat of producing a tornado. So it's really, it's really unsettling the way that the weather has changed this year. And I know that it has affected so many people. I know that there was a lot of damage in Kentucky. I don't know about other parts because I know it was more than just Tennessee and Kentucky that got the storms last week. I do know that there was unfortunately loss of life, and I've been praying for all of you who've been affected by the storms, and hopefully we don't get any more storms this year. I hope we don't. So today, in today's episode, I haven't done a video about this because there have been so many people have done videos about composting toilets, and so I haven't done a video about my composting toilet. And one of the viewers, who goes by the name Arus account, I might be saying that incorrectly. If I am, I apologize. I'm sure that's just your account on YouTube. It's not like your real name. Had requested a video on my composting toilet, so I'm going to share that with you today. And I've been cleaning house all day, but I saved that for the very last so I can video and show you what I do for the upkeep on my composting toilet. So we'll get right to it. We're going to be working in the bathroom today, and I'll show you how I do the upkeep with my composting toilet. Already got some stuff laid out here, so I'll clean the outside with just a cleanser and a cloth, and I have like a toothbrush to get in the hard to reach areas. And so I'm going to show you this that I use sometimes, especially if I notice that when I pour water in it, if it doesn't seem to be going down really good, then I'll use this brush and kind of like get in there and clean that really good. And I have talked to y'all, about using this before. I saw it in a YouTube video, a couple that lives in a tiny house, and he did a video about the composting toilet. It's called Javelin Urinal Treatment. Dissolves uric salt buildup in urinal drains. Pretty pricey. I got it on Amazon. I don't know. You can purchase it in a store. I'm not sure where, but I got mine on Amazon. And so it just dissolves like the uric salts that you get. Like if you don't keep it flushed out really good, you can have that build up, and that can clog your pipes because, it's not flushable. And so you're not flushing it, having that water to continuously flush out your pipes. So it's very important to always pour water in your commode after you use it. Now some people, I watched a lot of videos, will say why you just pour a cup of water. I don't do that. I'll show you. So here by the toilet, it's an old white vinegar bottle, and I keep it filled with water. And so after I go to the bathroom, I'll take this right here is vinegar. I keep just distilled, this right here. I keep distilled white vinegar in here. And so after I go to the bathroom, I'll take the vinegar and I'll spray it around, so you won't build up any deposits where you go. And then I'll take this. This is just tap water, and I'll pour it in here. And I probably do, this right here is a half a gallon. So I usually do about half of it each time to try to help keep it from getting clogged up. That is what I do each and every time I go to the bathroom. I'll spray it with the vinegar, just distilled white vinegar, and then I'll pour that much water down the drain to help flush that out. And so whenever And the only time I use this, just because it is so pricey, the only time I use this if I notice that my water, whenever I pour water down, if it's like sluggish going down, that's an indicator that I may have some built up in the pipes, and to use this urinal treatment. And again, it is, I think this was $40 on Amazon. And so for the outside, and so I'm going to show you like what I do with cleaning my composting toilet. It's a separate toilet, and so the maintenance on it is really not that bad. It's quite simple. So let's get into it. So the first thing that you're going to do is you have a bucket in here, and I keep a trash bag. Not going to show you the waste. That would be gross. But I double bag mine, because if you have a leak, then, I mean, you just don't want to have a leak. If your bag happens to have a hole in it or something, then you just want to double bag it. So I just double bag it. And I use black because if you use anything other than black, then like if you use white garbage bags, then every time you're just going to see it. But whenever you use black, it kind of camouflages what's in the bucket. And so I just tie it off, and then just take it to the garbage dump. And I'm going to be doing that here in a little bit. There's all my garbage. So we'll just put it in here. So inside, it's always plugged up. I have it because it runs a fan. And so here's your bucket. This right here is where your fan is. You can probably hear it. I'll take this off and rinse it. It's just a screen. And then your fan's in here. And I cleaned it not long ago, so it's not that dirty. This is what the screen looks like. So you just rinse it off. And I'll take my bucket out and wipe it down really good. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Buddy's always wanting to supervise. Come on out of here. You go, silly goose. So we're gonna clean this really good. See, because I double bag it, nothing's ever in here, but I just like to clean it. Makes me feel better knowing that I cleaned it. I'll do the inside and the outside. Some people might think, oh, that's gross, putting your waste in the garbage and just throwing it out. But it's not really any different like throwing dirty diapers in the garbage. It's the same thing. In my opinion, it's the same thing. And so then on the inside here, I just spray some cleaner, and I'm going to wipe everything down. And then you have like your outer edges here. It's kind of hard to get. You have like little grooves all over it. just the way the separate toilet's put together. It just mainly, it just mainly gets dusty. And then mine is like up on a little platform. Wipe that off and then wipe off everything inside. You can get your little handy tool, little scrubber to get in the hard to reach places here. So I'll finish cleaning the inside and then I'll show you what I do to help clean this right here. So your liquid goes in here and then it goes all the way down into your pipe, so it just goes out with your gray water, you know, just like you're using the water in your sinks or in your tub washing your clothes. It just goes out with all of that. So I'm going to finish cleaning that and then I'll show you what I do to try to help keep that pipe clean. Now we're going to put some clean garbage bags in here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I clean this pipe here. And I only do this when the water is like sluggish. So this right here is just distilled vinegar. So I'm going to pour that in the pipe. I'm going to pour it in the drain here. I say just pour enough vinegar to where you know it's going to have enough of the vinegar to go through the pipe here. And then I have this tool here, and it has a brush, and so I just take this brush and I'll stick it in here and just push it through. And you're just gonna push it through until you meet resistance, because then you can't go any further. Then you can't go any further. So then I just pull it back out. And so like any kind of gunk that's in this drainage pipe, that's going to help loosen it up. And if you wanted to do it for like your regular maintenance, you can do it, you know, every week. And just pull it out. I got a little bit of junk here. When you open the lid, it catches, and then this right here, to release it, you have a lever over here and a lever over here. So you're just gonna pull it up, and then that'll lower it back down. This part here, when it closes, it goes over this part. And since we scrub that tube, I'm going to pour some water down there to help flush out whatever it might have loosened up. Alright, now we're just gonna clean the rest of it. And here it tells you the directions are on the lid. Like for me and with the composting toilet, no standing up, you have to sit down. And it's telling here how to, like, you know, clean the fan, the bucket. It's very simple. And this is, so you have an exhaust fan. That's what dries out your solids, and it pulls the air out this way. That's what this is. So this one is a separate villa made in Sweden. And I like the separate toilet, composting toilets, because it really resembles like a regular toilet. So I like that. Now, if you have a composting toilet, if you have a separate, or maybe you have a different brand, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. I think I would really like a incinerator toilet, because then you don't have to worry about your waste. You just incinerate it. And you just have to dump out the ash from it being incinerated. So I think that I would like that. But they are very, very pricey. Not that these aren't. These are pricey too. But the incinerator toilet is very pricey. The little area is always really hard to get to. And it just gets dusty. I'm going to finish cleaning the toilet, and we're almost done, so it doesn't take long to clean the composting toilet. The toilet's all clean, so now we need to put back the vent cover and put back the clean bucket. So when you raise this up, this catches. All you have to do here, you have like a little hook right here, a little spot there. Now we just put our bucket back in here. And pull the lever. Got one on each side. So whenever you sit down, this right here, this lid, it goes on top of this. So when you sit down, it pushes this cover over, and it does that every time you sit down. So whenever you apply pressure to the seat, it just opens up. So then the separate toilet is ready from whatever you need to do. and so just say somebody forgets to close the lid. Well, this right here, because there's no pressure to the seat when you get up, it's going to automatically close. So that's good. So now we need to clean the vent that's on the outside. And so we'll go out there next and I'll show you where that is. Say, buddy. Say, we'll go outside and show you where the van is out there. Yes, we will. You ready? You ready to go outside? He's always ready. He's always sitting on go. Me and Buddy's in the car. We're going to go to the dump, take the garbage off. Thought we'd take you along with us. Buddy, you ready? You ready to go to the garbage dump? It is a beautiful Thursday. It's sunny and warm today. See my little tiny house? I got my clothes hanging out on the line.
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.
Hey, what you doing? I only live like maybe 2 miles from the garbage dump. And because the dump is on the road I live on, we don't have to pay for taking the garbage off.
Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand.
I think they close at 4 and it's 3:46. It is just down here around the corner.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy.
That's how tall it is.
Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond
It's like
a bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents.
they just take the garbage and dump it in there and they bury it.
Dreamy, easy, we go.
Yeah. My mom's garbage too.
Easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel,
What are you
beyond
doing? What are you doing, silly? What are you doing, silly? Alright, you ready to go back to the house? We're home, buddy. You silly goose. You silly goose. Come on. There you go. I'll show you my flowers, how they're doing in the flower garden. That's new. And then I have this, marigolds. It's all blooming. My mom got me a cute little windmill to put in the flower garden, the little flower bed. I got clothes hanging on the line. And I got that from my mom for Mother's Day. It's solar and it lights up at night. And then I have a little lantern here she got me, one here, and then two in the front. And this is really blooming. Looks pretty. And then I put water seal on the porch this week. I wanted to kind of sand it, but I'm running out of time. So, but water seal's on it, so that's good. Got the porch, got my little rocking chair out, my summer rug. Got this for Mother's Day from my nephew. Isn't that pretty? And then the marigold, got that from Grayson, my son. And these are the ones I did a video where I planted these. I started some seedlings and then I put them in here. So they're looking really good. And then the ones over here too. They're just really growing. Okay, buddy, let's show them where the vent is out here. Around here, this is the exhaust to the composting toilet. And so that fan, it pulls the air out this way. So I'm just gonna wipe in here a little bit and then we'll take this inside and wash it because it's all dirty. I think that looks good. The air feels good. It's nice and cool. It's hot out here today. Okay. So now we'll take this inside and clean it. Come on, buddy, let's go back in. Let's go back in and clean the vent. Buddy's all panting. Buddy? Hey, buddy. Are you hot? Are you hot? He's like, it's too hot for me to be out here. He's used to the air conditioner. I just get like a thin knife where the blade is thin, and you lift this up. You got all that junk here. I don't even know what that is. Get a paper towel and clean it off. But it's good to clean your little vent so it'll have like good airflow. Nothing to obstruct it. Like everything else, you need to take the time and do some maintenance. And it's probably been a year since I cleaned this, so maybe check on it a couple of times a year would be good. I didn't realize I had that much junk in here. Alright, that looks good. Man, toothbrushes are so great for cleaning, not just your teeth. They are great. Okay, looks brand new. And dry it off. And then we'll go put it back on. So that's nice and clean. Put this back on, nice and clean. And here I have two satellites when I moved out to the tiny home. That one was my internet, which it was horrible internet. Now I have fiber optic internet. And then this was my TV. So I don't need these anymore, and my brother-in-law is going to come, because this is like in concrete. He's going to come and like saw it off as close as possible and get rid of these two satellites. It's just, I think it's an eyesore, and I'm not using them. So he said that he would take care of that for me, and so I dug around it as much as I could, and so he's gonna come and just cut it off. The next thing I'm gonna try, I haven't tried it before, but I've seen videos about how people use vinegar to help get rid of like the hard water built up that's on like your shower head, on your faucets. And so I'm going to try that because I have a built up on, I'll show you here in a minute, on my shower head. And so what you do, you just take like a Ziploc bag, I guess probably any kind of bag you do, as long as you don't have holes in the bag. And then you just take some vinegar and you pour it in the bag, and then you use a rubber band and you wrap around it and you let it sit. You can let it sit. The videos that I've seen say 2-4 overnight, and so I may put it on, let's see, it's 4:15. So I may just leave it on overnight and just give it time to let the vinegar do its thing, and then you get like a toothbrush to help get off like whatever's left. And so I thought we'll try that together and see what kind of results I get. And so I saw a little tip to put the rubber band around the shower head first. That makes it easier to like tie it all off, so we'll do that. Go ahead and put the rubber band on so you can see, especially like up here, it looks really good, it's nice and clean, but down here, like when you turn the water off, you know how the water just continually like drips, and that's where all my buildup is. So it looks really gross. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this rubber band around here, and I'm gonna do this one too. It's got all that soap scum It's not really soap scum, I don't think. I think it's all from just hard water, because I'm on well water, and see if it'll work on that too. We'll get another rubber band. And then now we're gonna pour some vinegar in this bag. I just love vinegar. I use it a lot for cleaning. I use it to clean my mirrors. It doesn't streak. Maybe that'll be good. Hopefully that'll stay. Show you what it. Buddy, did you come to check things out? Say, I come to check things out. Say, what are you doing in here? Okay. So, there you can see the vinegar right here. So it's covering where all the gross, yucky stuff is. All right, hopefully that stays intact. All right, now let's try this one. Ooh, vinegar's pouring out. I'm gonna smell like vinegar. I don't know if this one's gonna work just the way. Maybe there's enough vinegar in that little bag to help some. So we will come back tomorrow morning and see how it worked out. It's been 15 hours since this has been soaking in the vinegar. And so let's take it off and see what it looks like. There's that one. A little bit of vinegar in here. Maybe it did a good job. Here's the bag, and it looks clear. It doesn't look like there's any junky stuff that fell off in the bag. It looks a lot better. I'm gonna scrub it with the toothbrush. Some yucky stuff fell down there. I think it did a really good job. All of that came off. So it had a bunch of white junk here. So even though the vinegar didn't cover it very good, you still had like maybe the vapor from the vinegar helped to loosen all that up. And some of the junk fell down here. In the shower head, it looks really good. Yep, it looks like brand new. So the vinegar hat was a great success. I hope that you all enjoy the video today about the composting toilet. And I don't know if you have a composting toilet or if you're looking at getting a composting toilet in the future. But maybe some of the tips that I showed you with the upkeep will help you on your composting toilet journey. There are several different kinds of composting toilets out there. I only have the experience with the separate composting toilet. I know the Nature's Head is really popular, and the incinerator toilet is also very popular, which hopefully one day I'll be able to get one of those, and then I can let you know my thoughts on it. So the separate composting toilet, is the maintenance on it's pretty simple. You just have to do your due diligence to try to keep those pipes clear, to not get any kind of built up on it. And I also wanted to share, like, the whole point of the composting toilet is to separate like the liquids and the solids. So you always want to make sure that your solids don't get wet or anything like that. And if for some reason that does happen every now and then, I just put like a couple of paper towels in that area to kind of like soak up the moisture, because the reason for the fan is to help dry out that waste and to pull that odor out of the home. And whenever I do lose electricity, it does happen sometimes, it does have a smell then, because you don't have that fan going. And that's really the only time I have an odor, is if I lose electricity, because that fan's not doing its job, because there's no electricity to it. This weekend is a holiday and we celebrate Memorial Day, so I wanted to take a minute to say Happy Memorial Day to all of you, and I hope that however you spend this weekend celebrating Memorial Day, that you all have a great weekend and that you are all safe. And I hope that you all take a little time this weekend in remembering the veterans that have fallen serving our country, so we can have the freedoms that we have today. And so Buddy and I, we wish you a great weekend. We wish you a great upcoming week. And I hope that you be safe, and God bless. And we will see you on the next one. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you on the next one. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. We'll see you on the next one.